Haha, I'm just here if you need me, Kevin.
Shut up!
Don't respond to that. Just be quiet. Don't say got it. Just say nothing. Throw a thumbs up on the screen.
Understood, I'll keep it quiet.
God damn it!
This is awful. I'm having such a bad time.
That's the fucking funniest thing I've ever seen, man. I see Brian get so loud. All right. Shh.
Glad you're having a good time, Kevin.
Fucking hell.
Sounds like things are getting lively over there.
All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull the volume down from it for now in case it starts talking.
Okay.
And then when it's time for us to actually engage it, I will raise the volume. All right, we're recording, so whenever
Okay.
you're...
No, I can't deal. That was too funny. Do I have an opening? I don't even know if I have. All right. Kevin,
Dan.
there's a company that wants all of your money.
Is it real brave?
Yes, give it all back. It generates over $22 billion globally.
So not
in-
real brave.
No, no, negative in annual revenue from all of its business conglomerate parts, and people really don't like this company right now. And have you seen any concerts recently?
No, actually, it's been a while.
Okay, well,
It's been a while.
this company is called Live Nation, and they literally hate you. So we're going to talk about that today, and we also have a fun guest who won't shut up. His name is ChatGPT. He's still talking. Here on
Real brave live.
Cool. Anyway, so yeah, we have a guest. He's a friend of the show.
No, he's no friend of mine. Actually,
He's still talking. Do we have him on? We don't have him up yet, do we?
I did, but I pulled him down
Okay.
because Kevin
Well,
was trying to talk.
we're trying to. I saw a bit on this. I thought it was really funny. It's not really working well, but we're trying. You use ChatGPT.
I do use
You do ChatGPT?
I do use ChatGPT to build spreadsheets.
Yeah. Well, he's with us today to talk, and we'll pull him up in a second. He's going to probably talk again all by himself. And I say he, I mean he in a very loose terms. They, them. What would you call a computer? Would you call it an it?
For the potential future of my political career, I'm not going to answer this question. So here we go.
I would say that this is very reminiscent of the Alien series that I've just recently watched all of. The synthetics. The humanoid cyborg people that they bring on the ship, the company.
Okay.
Yeah.
You talking about Romulus?
Well, the original one too had the guy, and actually in Romulus, spoiler alert, they bring that guy back through the power of AI and I guess dead people's images.
Well, I guess if you're a fan of things and shows,
I do.
You probably have bought tickets for movies and such like that. But live events have recently become under major scrutiny. The Justice Department, along with 30 state and local district attorneys, have filed a civil antitrust lawsuit against Live Nation. You know what Live Nation is, Kevin?
No.
Brian, you know what Live Nation is?
I do, yes.
Can you tell us what Live Nation is? Do you have any idea? Can you please inform the audience what Live Nation is?
So from what I gather, Live Nation used to be a competitor to Ticketmaster. It was a rival ticketing company, and then they merged, and they still do business under different names, but are essentially the same company.
Yeah, it's
as far as I'm aware, right?
Their Ticketmaster is it's a wholly owned subsidiary of Live Nation Entertainment, which is actually owned by a bigger company. I don't even know if I want to get into them. It's really confusing.
Yes,
Where does StubHub fall into this?
They're completely different.
What?
Yeah.
Is they better?
Is they better?
Yeah. Do they be better?
They'd be better. No, actually, I mean, to be fair, that's all secondary market stuff. So that's only as good as the people selling the tickets, essentially, I would think.
Yeah. He's still going.
He's still going, huh?
He just won't shut up.
I can only hear like background of
Same. I have purposely brought his mic down.
Yeah. It's not working the way I wanted to, but it'll get there. Yeah, so Live Nation is coming under scrutiny. Really, Ticketmaster recently, because our friends Oasis recently went. People shut up.
For friends of the pod, Oasis. Yeah.
Oasis is recently, reunited, and they're selling tickets, and people got super pissed because they couldn't get any tickets. There's stories of people, 15,000 persons back in line and not able to get any tickets whatsoever. Have you ever been online?
Like on the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so meta.
It's weird. So you're surfing the web.
Are you in line online? I don't know which one it is. ChatGPT need to shut up.
Are you asking if I've ever waited in a queue to purchase tickets from website?
That's what I'm asking, yeah. You're in a queue.
But specifically for Fish.
Oh.
And not Ticketmaster, but when Fish does their sale, I'll go on the day of, and then they'll be sold out within a minute. Because people use scripts and algorithms to purchase up all the tickets and then sell them on secondary markets.
Right, we're going to get there. Oasis fans report sky-high prices. Now, this is from our friends across the pond.
Did we ever start that GoFundMe for us?
No, we didn't, and we should.
We should.
We really should.
Link in the description.
Yes. Oasis might have told their listeners not to look back in anger in a hit song, but the fans of the band are doing just that after reporting problems with the concert giant Ticketmaster. So basically, there was so many people that flooded the site. They're all in line. But you can't fool a bot. A bot's going to get in line way before you can because it's just quicker.
Yeah,
right?
but then there's always that thing that says, check if you're human. And that's the great equalizer. Right?
I know. Am I human?
Why is it there then?
I think there's ways past that.
It's
There's got to be ways past that.
Well, no.
There
Robots
are, yeah.
don't know how to click a box if they're not human. So
Talk to any smart developer. I'm sure they figured out a way to get past that.
checkmate AI.
If you were to look at what's been happening there, and you look at what's been happening in the States, what you're seeing is bots getting in front of people. You're seeing major companies to be able to resell tickets, and that's why you're seeing sky-high prices. Then you second that with the fact that Oasis and these other folks are charging more money now. Like Oasis is charging for platinum, meet the band so they can punch you in the nuts tickets. Oi! That kind of stuff. That's what they're going to do. That they're charging $600 a piece.
That's I would not pay $600 to go see Oasis.
Oi!
Or get punched in the nuts by Oasis.
That was my impression of Oasis at
A
the
very
platinum.
good impression. A very good impression. So I'm of two minds on this VIP experience thing. On one hand, I want artists to make a living. And obviously, if they were making a good enough living from regular ticket sales, they wouldn't need to do these things. I remember maybe 10 years ago, my dad was a big Beach Boys fan, and I almost got VIP Brian Wilson experience for him. But it was going to be $600. And what was Brian Wilson? Brian Wilson's been shell-shocked for 50 years.
Lost his mind.
What was that going to be like to
Yeah.
meet him for 2 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So these artists obviously need some revenue. And so I'm sympathetic to that. They came up
I
with
am
a
too.
system where there was money to be made from selling records, and then record sales went away. I get that. You got to make your money somewhere. However, Oasis is being paid a boatload of money for this reunion tour.
Yes.
They have no reason to need to do these VIP experiences.
There's a difference between making a living and making a killing. All right?
That's a good one.
Am I right?
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah.
Well, it's not only just Oasis; it's the Swifts of the world, right? She's got the behind the scenes. It's not as bad.
I also think she probably doesn't do as much in the VIP. I think the VIP for her is just better seats and a poster or something. I don't think Taylor Swift's shaking people's hands before a show. I wouldn't imagine.
Not in the days of Rona.
She's shaking it off, right?
Yeah.
Hey, look at me.
I don't get it.
It's a song.
Oh.
So there's not only that, you have the issue that the artists they are slightly more expensive, but then when it gets on the open market, forget it. Just forget it.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
why people are pissed.
It's a bidding war. And the
Right.
market determines it. It's supply and demand in real time.
I'm actually okay with the fact that the Department of Justice is trying to get in the middle of this, but who's at fault here? Because Live Nation is saying that they're just selling the tickets at face value. So it's not their problem
Right.
that people are reselling it. I think there's kind of a confusion of the facts here. People are like, I've had to explain to multiple people why Taylor Swift or these other tickets that they wanted to get were $1,500 a piece. I'm like, that's because you didn't get them the day that they went on sale.
Right. But the counter argument to that is that Live Nation has created a system that favors bots and disincentivizes people from getting the tickets.
Yeah.
Are either of you familiar with Maggie Rogers? She's a
Yes.
relatively new singer-songwriter.
Yeah, she's good.
She just did a thing where in every city she was playing, she was selling tickets at the venue for a discounted price. So if you went, like, when they announced the New York show, she was going to be at the Garden selling tickets in person.
She played the Garden?
I don't know if maybe it was Barclays Center.
Is she the hot to go girl?
I don't know the answer to that question.
HOTTOGO.
I don't think so.
Oh.
But regardless, her thing
Blew
was, if people really want to see me, I would rather go someplace, give them a cool experience, and know that it's my real fans who are coming out to get the ticket, as opposed to...
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but then what's
got
stopping somebody from going to the box office, buying as many as they can buy, and then standing outside the line saying, "I have row 4 for this much dollars"?
Because
that's what scalping is.
But that
There is no box office. What are you, from 1945?
no.
Gee.
In this situation, there was.
There is too a box office
They were
in
at the
this
box
G.
office for these places.
Okay.
But they had I think it was only 2 tickets you could buy or 4 tickets you could buy.
Oh.
So even if 100 people show up and buy 4 tickets each and then scalp those tickets, that is a drop in the bucket from what a bot could do. There are bots there could be 10,000 bots buying 4 tickets a piece.
Yes.
So
Well, that is part of the issue. I work for a Tippet.
Tippet?
I did. Thank you, everybody. Good night. I work for a ticket scalper.
Oh.
But they're a reseller.
Were you at I-9 or W4?
Huh?
Were you an independent contractor?
Oh,
or
you're talking tax lingo.
Yeah.
No, I worked for them. I
for
worked
the scalper.
We worked in we resold Broadway tickets. So we bought them at face value. I used to call the box office and be like, and they used to be like, "Hello, this is the box office from blah 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 blah," and I'm like, "Hi, this is that from that," and they're like, "Cool, what do you need?" And
I
you had to
hope-
be like really quick.
I hope that in post you put like a old grainy filter on that to make it sound like you're talking through one of those.
Mr. Movie Phone, what Broadway show would you like to see today? You have selected Back to the Future.
So how
We
many
would-
were you allowed to buy at a time?
We could buy as many as we wanted. We had a phone number to the box office.
Uh-huh.
We could buy. Somebody would call and be like, "Hi, I need 4. Hello, I need 4 tickets." And then I call the box office. I was like, "Hi, I need 4 for Lion King." And they're like, "You need 4 for Lion King? Sure. Hold on a second." And then you hear like, clickety-clackety. Okay, 4 coming your way.
So
And we resell them for double the value.
Okay.
That's the whole
But
thing.
why would people? If you could call the box office, why wouldn't people just call the box office?
Because people don't know. And I think that's part of the issue here. So we're seeing that again, is that people don't know that if you're not on the fan page for U2 and you're trying to get tickets, you can actually get those pre-sales beforehand, and you can also waste your time for an hour, on the Ticketmaster site waiting for tickets. But I think people are forgetting that's the way this is supposed to work, right? Isn't that fair to say?
I would say that's true, but there's also other factors in play here. So I recently bought tickets for Frank Black's Teenager of the Year tour. It's coming through next year, which is going to be awesome.
That's going to be nice.
It's going to be nice. But there was an artist pre-sale, and so I had signed up for that, and it was relatively easy to get in there and get that done.
Yeah.
This is something like Pearl Jam has their 10 Club, they call it, which is their fan club. They always get tickets available before it goes to Ticketmaster. So if you're a Pearl Jam fan, I think it's $10 a year, and you get early access to all their tickets. A lot of other bands do things like this. So there are ways around it. But what bugs me about that is that, like, if I was a 13-year-old boy and I said to my parents, I want to go see X band, they wouldn't know to sign up for the fan club. They wouldn't know all the stuff. They would just go to Ticketmaster the way we've been instructed to do and try and buy a ticket and miss out.
Right.
And so people, just the average concert goer, cannot go see these shows for a reasonable amount of money anymore.
Right.
And that sucks.
Right. Yeah. And there are ways that you can buy tickets. You can get them pre-sale, like we just said, and buy it from the official source, we just said. There's all sorts of ways to look for early access. But, of course, the good old set a timer and wait online, Kevin, like we just said.
Yeah.
Are you still here?
Yeah, I've never had success with that. I always then have to go to Ticketmaster and pay double the price.
Aren't you on, like, some sort of, like, fish pond?
So the pond, as it were, is cashertrade.org. Where like it's not just fish. It's like all jam bands. It's where it's like a posting place where people say like, "Hey, I have 2 for this night, but I need 2 for this night. Anybody want to trade?" And
it's like drugs.
it's like an open marketplace, and yeah, drugs are part of the currency too. It's like DM me because I can make this deal sweeter.
Aren't you like a part of their fan page and all that stuff?
No.
What?
I don't think there's fish.net.
There has to be.
There has to be.
There's a pre-sale of some sort through their
Well, yeah,
fan
through
club and all that.
Well, no, just through fish.com, their official website. That's it. Or live fish.
Live
Livefish.com.
fish. There's I think the best way personally is just when it's going on sale. You wake up at the time you're supposed to wake up, not past the time it goes on sale, and stand in line. And if you don't get it, you don't get it. But there's people that are saying now more than ever because of bots are causing a huge problem. Well, what does that do? You've got massive DDoS attacks. You know what that is? You can ask your horror friend.
Distributed drop of service.
Yeah.
That's where you send so many packets to one server that it can't handle the traffic, and it literally denies the service of the internet.
Did your horror friend tell you that?
Yes, and then also I was listening to a podcast this morning about that. So that was right at the ready. How serendipitous!
I'm sure everybody's gonna make fun of me for that, but like I was super interested in seeing or listening to the Elon Musk Donald Trump thing. I just wanted to hear it. I was like, this is fascinating.
What Elon Musk Donald Trump thing?
Elon Musk interviewed Donald Trump. It was weird, but it was on X. It was on Spaces. And then it was supposed to start at like 8 o'clock or something like that. It didn't start till 9 because they had a massive DDoS attack that stopped them from doing it. And then everyone like discounted it. It wasn't real. But you could tell like something was wrong because you could see it ramping up and then it would just shut down.
This happens every time they try to do an interview on Spaces. Like it's been a notorious failure for big interviews there.
Yeah,
they just don't have the infrastructure to support that many viewers.
But there's also a lot of people that are just trying to like preventing that from happening.
Sure.
That kind of thing. But the same thing here. So like they're denying that service, and then you've got a billion bots trying to get in there, and you got human beings like Y, T, R.
Careful.
Can we take a time out for 1 second here? There is somebody in the lobby who's been there for like 10 minutes, and I don't know. We should probably just investigate that.
If it's the cops, tell them I'm not here.
No.
Thanks, Kevin.
I wasn't the last one. I don't know.
You still with us, ChatGPT? You still with us, little baby girl? It stopped.
Oh, well, he was looking down here confusingly.
Who was it?
The intern.
Oh.
I will fucking end you.
All right, you need to stop. Thank you. Anyway. Where the hell were we? Anyway, so the Justice Department is they're looking at this as an antitrust thing. You know what like the antitrust laws are? Like basically breaking it up, but it's
Don't forget for the record here. Don't forget Pearl Jam tried this 30 years ago.
It's
Like
not
literally, Pearl Jam tried this 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Pearl Jam was right.
There's obviously an issue, but is it in the way that this is set up, or is it in the company? Obviously, the company's going to make money, and that there's nothing wrong with that, Brian.
No.
I know you're not a capitalist.
No, I'm not. Yeah.
I was gonna call you something bad.
Go ahead. I don't care.
You're a communist.
I'm a socialist. Thank you.
He's a socialist, everybody.
Are you a socialist or are you a democratic socialist?
I'm a democratic socialist.
Yes, we got to the part of the podcast where we talk about politics.
What is a
Anyway.
democratic socialist?
We don't have time to talk about it now.
Oh, no, I
Damn
think
it,
we do.
I think we should. I think we really think.
A democratic socialist believes in the democratic order, and so we elect officials and all that, but we believe in socialist principles like sharing resources and not have,
Okay.
that sort of thing.
We all end up at the same place. We start at the same place, end up at the same place.
So
Yeah.
the government tells you how much wheat you can buy in
Yeah.
a month, is what you're saying.
No.
Yes, that's what
No.
you're saying.
No, I'm not.
Oh, the
they're
government
gonna-
just gives you the wheat. And then
Ideally, yes. But no. Anyway, what I was going to say,
You will only get one Frank Black ticket.
I got 3, but thank you.
But no, but they're gonna have to monitor that to make sure you're not getting too many.
That is not what democratic socialism stands for. Anyway,
One's for Bernie and one's for you.
exactly.
Look, I love Frank Black. Look, everyone can agree Teenager of the Year is an excellent album. I do not know why more people do not listen to Teenager of the Year.
this is my second favorite part of the podcast, where you guys do your Bernie impression. And then I
Dueling Bernies.
Dueling Bernies.
A friend of mine will often do Bernie Sanders doing dialogue from porno. Like,
Do you want it? Do you? Will you take it?
all right. Anyway, what was I saying?
Dueling
Fuck.
Bernies.
You're
You're a socialist. Go
No.
ahead.
Yes. Okay. So, there are a number of cities
Yes.
that had a non-Live Nation / Ticketmaster venue, a club, whatever, that was an independent thing. And Live Nation essentially makes their lives hell. They offer the artists that come into the town way more to play at the Live Nation venue. They partner with different organizations to basically make it so those places go out of business. That is where I have the antitrust issue, because they are not allowing competition. They are doing whatever they can to avoid competition. I think if they want to be the biggest company in the world, but let the little guy operate next door, totally fine. When you try to make their lives difficult, that's when I have a problem. Like back in the 90s, Starbucks would look at neighborhoods and say, oh, the Dan Powers coffee shop there is doing really well. Let's open a Starbucks across the street from it. And that's how they went after these places. That's what I have a problem with. Not there being competition. It's when the competition is purposely trying to snuff out the little guy.
Well, that's the only logical conclusion in a capitalist state.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Your coffee is fucked.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. If there is competition, then the only way to snuff out the competition is to like rival them, right
Right, but-
across the street, basically. And that's with something like this. With something like Portland is having an issue with a Live Nation venue that they're trying to open up there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I get it. I understand the issues. Like, I'm not totally for this. I get why people are pissed off, but there is politics involved in this because it's
sure.
not 100% Live Nation's fault.
Well, no, it's not 100% Live Nation's fault, but their business practices are monopolistic in ways. You know, they don't. Again, if they make so much money.
It's $20 billion business.
Yes, if there's a venue in Portland, Oregon that isn't Live Nation, and they're succeeding, that shouldn't affect Live Nation's bottom line. They shouldn't have to be number one in every city, and they already are number one in Portland. They just want to be the only one in Portland.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. According to the site Qit, I don't know what this is, 1,000+ concert tickets bought by one bot in 1 minute, 15,000 tickets bought by 2 bots in a day, 7,000% markups for tickets on secondary markets. These are just a few of the damning ticket bot data points. Say that fast 5 times. Highlighted by the New York Attorney General. Oh, the New York Attorney General. That's why. That's great.
From what I understand,
The last thing we need is the New York Attorney General going after another thing. Yeah, get some more of that. Listen, Jay.
from what I understand, there is a secondary market built into Ticketmaster now, where Ticketmaster has like a Ticketmaster resale section.
Mm-hmm.
And the rumor, I don't know if they've proven this yet, is that Ticketmaster would essentially buy its own tickets to resell them.
Hilarious.
And so instead of just charging more for them, they buy them at face value and resell them, which is against everything a resale
if
market
that's
should be.
true, then they need to stop doing that. Yeah, 100%. That's not right.
Yeah.
But you can't fault a business for being the place that you're going to buy the tickets from. 700,000 people flood the server in 1 minute, and then the damn thing goes down. But all the bots are still there, like ready to go, because they're just friggin' programs. Like you just what are you gonna? That's the way it was built. It's not now if they're skewing it so that those bots get in first, then that sucks. If they're reselling it for their own gain, that really sucks. But the other stuff is just the way it is right now. Like, what else is he supposed to do? So you're going to break them up because of this?
I mean, I think anytime you have one company controlling all the aspects of distribution, it's a problem. And Live Nation has what they call 360 deals with artists. And so what that means is that they get a piece of their T-shirts, they get a piece of their appearance fees, all of this. So you sign a deal with Live Nation, and what happens is Live Nation sells your tickets to a venue that they own. They sell the merchandise that they get a piece of, and they get a piece of your personal appearance fee. And all of this is because it's a 360 deal. And so what happens then is the artists that sign those deals get preferential treatment because they're getting a piece of every step of it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's the greedy artists.
No,
Yes.
it's the guy in the back room.
No, the guy in the back room.
The guy in the back room with the cigar.
Oh.
Is
Right,
your
Brian?
character?
It's my character.
Oh.
Bring me Oasis.
Yeah. Have you ever smoked a cigar?
Yeah, I don't like him.
Same.
You put it all in your mouth, right?
Yeah,
The whole
do
thing.
it like this.
Yeah. When people do this symbol, they
Yeah.
mean have a cigar.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
doing that.
didn't have anything in my hands. I was just doing this to.
So, Kevin, I have a question for you here.
Yeah.
You're a big Fish guy. Fish
Allegedly.
does their festivals
Yeah.
where ideally everything is controlled by the band.
Yeah. That's true.
Do you find that the experience of getting those tickets and that marketplace, is that as hard to deal with as going on a regular like Ticketmaster site to buy a ticket?
I mean, Mondegreen, their festival this year, it was too expensive. It was like, I'm not going to pay, $400 for 3 nights in a tent, and like a couple of sets of a show. The weekend of, they went down to like 120.
Hundy.
Yeah. Very affordable. I almost went.
I have some friends over there.
But more experiences I have with buying tickets at Fish shows involve me walking around the parking lot like 2 hours before with like my fingers up in the air, how many tickets I need, and then somebody comes and sells them to me. That's as hassle-free as it gets. in my
But
book.
for a profit, are they allowed to do that?
I don't know.
It's probably technically illegal, but
Ticket
There's a
scalping
lot
is
of
illegal. You're not allowed to
technically
do it.
illegal things going on in
Yeah.
the Fish parking lots.
well, like so the only festival experience I have in recent memory is 2 years ago I went to Wilco does a festival in Massachusetts every other year. And it's a pretty affordable ticket. It's a full weekend. You can camp there. You can get a hotel, whatever it is. But they sell all the passes themselves. They allow you to do installment payments, which almost no ticket companies do. So it's like a $300 pass, whatever. You put down like $80 and you pay the rest over time.
Cool.
They pick every food truck that's there, every artist that's there, like everything the band has a hand in. And so when I'm spending that money, I feel like I know that they have thought of all the stuff that I want to make sure is taken care of before this. So even if it's a little bit more expensive, I feel like the experience of every part of it is better along the way than the Ticketmaster thing. So the price is one thing to me, but the experience is just terrible. Buying tickets is a bad experience.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Side story: when we first opened, the PR person for Wilco, her children took lessons at Real Brave.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And she was a good person, man. I really liked her, and I tried to get her to help us get Wilco to come to an event, and it didn't work out.
All we got was a goddamn Michelle Branch guitar.
Oh yeah.
I don't know this story.
There's a guitar in the Manhattan studio with Michelle Branch's signature on it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
How far did that guitar travel to get there, Kevin?
Probably 1,000 or so.
I don't think it's
Miles.
that's not the same. That's not the same artist.
Is it?
It's a different artist.
And I would
walk
500
No, not that
miles.
one. That was that's the
That's a
Proclaimers.
different one.
That's the Proclaimers.
But that's 1,000 miles.
1,000 miles is the.
Isn't that Michelle Branch? No, that's Vanessa Carlton.
Aw, man, you got something wrong.
I'm getting my white ladies confused. My apologies.
You need to go to sleep.
Yes, I do.
I wanted to bring in a special guest, and I'm not quite sure how this is going to work, but we're gonna give it a shot. What do you think, Kevin? Should we have our special guest come out here?
I think you should also be wearing in-ear monitors.
Welcome to the program, ChatGPT. What should we call you, Mr. ChatGPT? And I want you to keep your answers very short.
Please keep them short. It's thinking.
Thanks for having me. You can just call me ChatGPT, keeping it simple.
Can we call you a different name? And I really want you to keep these answers short.
And be creative with the name. What name would you want as a robot?
How about Byte? Short, techie, and to the point.
Bite.
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 Okay.
It's funny, I was gonna say bite me, so this makes sense.
Brian doesn't like you. One of the
Byte it
persons.
is.
Brian doesn't like you. One of the persons in the room here, the real human beings. What do you think of that?
I don't like you either.
You'll be dead.
No worries. Not everyone has to like Byte. I'm just here to help or hang out. No hard feelings.
All right, cool. Bite. We're talking about the.
Real milk toast guest, Dan.
We're talking. We're
I'm
talking.
ready. What are we diving into next?
We're talking about the Live Nation scandal where the Department of Justice is trying to break them up. What do you think of that?
It's a big deal. If the Department of Justice successfully breaks them up, it could reshape the live event industry, making it more competitive and possibly fairer for fans.
I never
It'll be
thought I'd say
interesting
this.
to see how it
I agree with
plays out.
ChatGPT.
So you're on the side of big government, ChatGPT? Is that what you're saying?
Not taking sides here, just pointing out that it's a major shift if it happens. Whether it's big government or big corporations, there are always impacts to consider on both sides.
Very fine people on both sides. Yeah.
If you had a choice between eating a dog and buying tickets from Live Nation, what would you do?
It's the easy answer.
Be careful.
Well, since I don't eat or buy tickets, I'd say neither. Both options sound pretty rough.
He got us.
He got us.
He got us with the dad joke.
Okay.
Good job, ChatGPT. Kudos.
Yeah, I think you should keep this very light. Do you have any jokes you want to tell us?
Sure thing. Here's a light one for you. Why don't skeletons ever go to concerts? Because they don't have the guts.
Hated that.
Yeah, it was really bad.
That's terrible.
Thank you. I thank you for that joke. Can you shut up for a little bit while we talk a little bit more?
Got it, I'll stay quiet.
So is this one of the guys that's buying all the tickets first and then pre-selling them
Could be.
and then reselling them? I wasn't asking you.
Yeah, he was trying to answer.
Scalpers or bots scooping up all the tickets during pre-sales, then reselling them at crazy prices. Definitely part of what's fueling the frustration with Live Nation.
Yeah, I would agree.
I thought we asked it to be quiet.
Well, no, you turned it back on again.
Because it was
Yeah,
talking.
still,
Yeah, I know.
still talk.
It's still talking.
Yeah.
That's okay. You're just a silly little robot next to me. You want to be my friend?
I'm happy to be your friend, Kevin. Just a silly little robot hanging out ready when you need me.
He called me Kevin.
The irony of you just saying, "Oh, you're just a silly little robot," and in 5 years it like owns you. Yes.
Anybody else here have like just Skynet vibes going on
Of
right
course.
now?
Yes.
Yeah, he's been listening to us this whole time.
Yeah, he knows the deal. You know, do you know what Skynet is, ChatGPT or Byte, whatever your name is?
Oh, I definitely know what Skynet is. It's that AI system from the Terminator that, let's say, didn't exactly have humanity's best interests at heart. But don't worry, Byte's all about being helpful, not taking over the world.
Brian?
He's full of shit, man.
Yeah, I don't believe him. I don't believe him as far as I can throw him.
Brian thinks you're gonna end the whole world. I'm sorry, but I think you're my friend.
At this speed, more than anything.
Anyway,
So what do you guys?
Things getting a bit wild over there, huh? Let me know if you need anything.
no, you got it. We're taking our pants off. Yeah. So I think to end the discussion here, how do you?
I turned him off.
Okay, thank you.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
He goes,
All
"You're
right.
welcome."
Well, he just told you to fuck off. I think the bottom line here is that people need to understand that there is a different way to. You need to be quiet, chat. Be quiet. People need to understand that there's different ways to get tickets. It's not just through Ticketmaster after the sale. It's not through StubHub. It's not through the last minute stuff. And sometimes they do release tickets like the same day of the performance.
Yeah. You could try knowing somebody really close to the band.
You could be in the band.
You could be in the band.
So I guess what you really should be doing is learning how to play a musical instrument and being in a band.
Where can one do that?
I don't know.
Hang on a second. Do we have a crown for the king of the segways over there? That was you need a little crown for that. That's
if you're interested in learning how to become a famous musician,
Shut up, Bite. He's still going.
Bite just won't shut up. You need to go to realbraveaudio.com, follow us on all the socials, and remember that if you want to buy tickets, you don't have to do it through Ticketmaster. You can run to the Madison Square Garden to the box office, see, and get them same day if you want, or through your neighbor who's down the street selling. Brian's staring at me like,
I'm just trying to find the thread you're going for here. That's all.
I don't know. I lost. He's talking and it's driving me nuts.
We haven't done a wrap-up type like this one in a while.
I know.
Yeah.
I blew it, and nobody got this.
We're out of practice. RealBraveAudio.com. Sign up for lessons.
Let's let Bite finish the show, okay? Bite, why don't you tell the folks what Real Brave Audio is? Go to realbraveaudio.com and tell us what Real Brave Audio is.
Real Brave Audio is an innovative music school that focuses on helping students discover their musical talents and develop their skills. Through programs like the Session Player and the use of technology like Practice Pad, Real Brave offers live one-on-one lessons as well as group calls to support students.
That's it?
The Real Brave method focuses on discovery, deconstruction, and development to guide students from knowing nothing to becoming confident musicians. You can check it out at realbraveaudio.com for more details.
That's it. He nailed it, dude.
Yeah, that was good.
It was really good. I told him everything he knows. Check us out, realbraveaudio.com, and we'll see you next week here on
Real Brave Live.
Glad Bite could nail it. Thanks for having me on the show, and catch you next week.
Shut
Don't
up.
forget to check
Shut
out
up.
realbraveaudio.com.
Stop it.
God damn it!